atmospheric lighting, man. Making this tent look real good.
Good morning. It's our first morning here. This is my first time ever setting up a tent. I had a really bad night's sleep. I was just freezing. So I just put on like all the layers that I had. I don't know if you can hear like the blackbirds are like having a real domestic outside the tent, but anyway.
Wait, guys, say good morning.
Morning.
Yours is like very colorful. I love it. It's raining, but we are good. Got a little bit of a climb. Can't really see it. So pretty, even though it's raining cats and dogs. But I'm just waiting for some people further back. It's crazy gorgeous. I swear Wales is just like a different shade of green from the rest of the UK.
The sheepy bars. Sheepy bars.
Just gotta find a mum now.
Is that it there? Ready to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have re-geared up because it is really cold and we are only 10k out from the Bothy. Actually less than that, but and then we're turning for the night, so and that'll be day 1 in the book. So it's been crazy beautiful, really fucking cold, really wet, but totally worth it. 10 out of 10 for the dams. It's smiling! Nighttime river crossing! Woo! Good morning. I feel a lot better now. I didn't film last night because actually I was so scared that I was not in a condition to film. I came into the Bothy and it was like super scary at night. And literally in front of everyone, I like immediately burst out crying. It was like the thing of my nightmares. Like it literally looks like a place where like you take prisoners of war to like torture them. I was like really, really scared. Like it looks like charming and fine now in the daylight, but if you can imagine it in the evening, like it literally looked like something out of Blair Witch Project. I was so scared. I literally was like making a fuss and telling everyone that I was like, no, I can't do it. But like it's, yeah, I get it with like more people in the daylight. It's okay. Oh, also Allie made us like a hot water bottle, so this is just like a Nalgene filled with hot water that I put inside like a little baggie. Pro tip, I was so warm last night. I think it went down to 0. I wish I was a glowworm. A glowworm is never glum, because how can you be grumpy when the sun shines out of your bum? We've stopped for snack time, all snacks. And this is the state of my thumb.
Good for thumbs up.
Roxy, say hi. There's been a change of plans. Okay, update. So basically, after the first day, we realized that we kind of bit off more than we could chew with the filming and the cycling. Just because obviously, like, filming things, it just takes a long time. And also the first day the weather was so bad, I think it really kind of like took us out a bit. And then last night I had a really hard time at the Bothy because I just found it completely terrifying. I know that sounds really silly, but I found it really scary, and that kind of mentally broke me. So we changed the route. So basically Roxy and I took a taxi back to the campsite where we originally were, and then I'm staying here and they're gonna go back and pick the others up from where we left them, because the other ones were staying with the bikes, with all of our bikes. So yeah, I want to stay at the campsite and then we'll be reunited. So I'm just gonna sit at my camp. Oh, you can see that again.
All the things you did but never showed me who you truly were. Think I know you better than you, baby. It's like I hate myself, 'cause I miss you but I just can't help it. So if you're still crazy, if you lost your way, I don't know if you're not ready. If you change your mind,
What's that thing people say? Outdoors is the best seasoning?
Good morning. It is our last day of riding and shooting. I've just woken up. I love waking up outside, I have to say. It was a little chilly last night, but nowhere near as cold as the other couple nights. My neck really hurts for some reason. I was really struggling to find a comfortable light pillow position. And when I say pillow, I mean, I use my water bladder. I think it's just the being cold that really gets to me, like, because we're camping and because it's cold, like, my body hasn't really been warm in, like, I don't know, like 72 hours, you know? And I'm really looking forward to going home and just getting warm. But yeah, it's 39 degrees Fahrenheit, 4 degrees Celsius. So to some of you that might seem warm camping, but for me that's a fucking cold.
The sun is out and we're in front of the reservoir and the dam. We're figuring out a filming shot right now. How good is this dam? They're just finishing up shots and then we're gonna go grab some grub, and then I think that's it, man. God, I fucking love the sun. How good is the sun? Okay, so we are back at the campsite. That's it. That's all the filming. That's the trip done. So Cam and Roxy are gonna be driving back to Glasgow, and Allie and I are staying in the camp, and then we'll take a million trains together. And then, so Allie and I are gonna spend the night at the campsite, and then early tomorrow morning, we're gonna start our journey back into London, and then meet back out to Horsham. And then I gotta ride 8 miles from Horsham Station back home, so that'll be interesting. But yeah, that's it. Everything done. That's crazy. I had such a good time. It was a real roller coaster of emotions. I might do like a wrap-up thing once I'm home, and like a cool montage of me getting home. This is gonna be so much fun to edit. I have so many random splices. And I didn't talk at all in the beginning because I was like a little shy about filming around friends because I felt like it'd be weird. But look, tent for the night. It's looking to be like a warm night. It's gonna be like 5 or 6 degrees Celsius, which will be like, I think, mid to late 40s in Fahrenheit. So that's a bit nicer than being close to freezing. At the village shop, I have acquired my steak pasty. Eating a pasty and watching Allie pack their bike. Oh, so good.
Num, 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 num. Eating is just obnoxiously good.
Eating is the best.
Maybe eventually. I love that I've changed your life with now drinking hot water bottles.
Dude,
You don't even know I'm half a bat. I could not sleep the first night. I was up almost the entire night because I was so cold.
Oh, I thought about it and then I was like, no, it should be fine. I should have just like gone for it.
I didn't know how cold it'd be. This is the front of my tent. I've just gotten to my sleeping bag liner with a hot Nalgene between my legs to hit my femoral arteries to keep my body warm. And the back of my tent has this like little ventilation thing. It actually can open up to the outside. But you can close it up. But I call it the butthole, obviously. And I just realized as I'm chilling here and I put my feet up, my feet can perfectly like sit in the butthole. Can you see it? How good is that? Morning. So I just packed up and I am cycling to the station to go back to London. Allie is taking a taxi. Whew. So I'll meet them there. And it's all uphill. Okay, I got a train to catch. Bye. Allie! Oh my god! We are waiting on the train platform to go to Crewe, and then we'll take a train from Crewe to London. Allie is here with all of their worldly possessions, and I am here with my bike, and it is freezing, and it's not raining anymore, but it was raining because Wales. Made it to London Euston. That's 3 trains down. I have 1 more train to go. I'm gonna cycle from Euston to Victoria. Oh god, I'm so ready to be home. So that was train 404. I am now back riding home. This is a nice ride back home though. This is like pretty flat, smooth gravel. Oh, I'm so looking forward to going home. It's Thursday, so the pizza truck is out. You know what that means. Oh, I'm like a mile out and it's just started raining because of course it has. It's England. Of course it bloody has.
Door opening.
Alright, so it's the morning after. I came back last night, chucked my bike in the house, went to go get pizza, and then binge watched the latest season of Blown Away. It's so crazy to like suddenly be back home. I know it was only like a few days and nights of like camping away, but when you're so fully immersed in like a completely different environment, like camping in the tent out in the middle of fucking nowhere, it's almost like that whole world is all you know. And then I come back home and I'm like, oh, it's a completely different world. It is really nice to be back home. When I go bikepacking, I like to go hotel to hotel or like campsite to campsite or like, you know, basically I want a hot shower, a warm place to sleep. So for me, being outdoors was uncomfortable. It was freezing. It went down to freezing most nights. And it kind of stayed around that temperature even in the daytime, unless it was very, very sunny for like a couple of hours. So I was cold for an extended period of time. I actually think I got a little bit ill. I'm running a slight fever. But I think no one could have predicted how cold the weather was going to be for the end of April in Wales. I hope this helps some people because I've never really come across this when I listen to other people talk about bikepacking or camping. I'm someone who's very acne prone. I grew up with terrible, terrible skin.
And I don't mean like 1 or 2 pimples that made me sad. I mean, it was cystic heavy acne all over. I would show a photo, but it was so bad and I'm so insecure about it. I don't want to put that on the internet. But camping and not showering and things, I get really nervous that I'm going to break out a lot. And that actually has been a real issue that I've dealt with when bikepacking. So what I've actually done for this trip is I took a clip of a video. I took a video of my face right before I left, and then I just did one now. And you can kind of see how the trip has impacted my skin. This time I was surprised. It didn't really change. I have a couple of spots, but nothing really bad. I think that has to do with age. I'm now 28. I think my skin has stabilized a little bit. Also because I think because it was so cold that also did something to like keep my pores closed. I didn't sweat so much and get really grimy. Okay, so here's me on Saturday morning. I'm leaving for the trip tomorrow, and this is what my face looks like. I just woke up. I haven't washed. I haven't done anything, but here's my benchmark to see what I look like when I come back. Okay, it is the morning after I've come home, and this is what my face looks like. It's actually not too different. It's a lot better than I thought it would be. I think I have a little bit of clogged pores, like on my nose. You can see there's one spot there, but otherwise pretty good. This is important to me, and I've literally never heard anyone talk about it. I often feel like I get people who tell me like, oh, camping's gross, I don't want to do that, I'd never do that. Or the opposite, I get people who love camping tell me, oh, you're being a princess, you're too precious, oh my god, I can't believe you're worrying about your skin while you're camping. Everyone has their own boundaries and their level of hygiene and what they're comfortable with and whether it's camping or not camping, so no one give anyone a hard time, all right? We all have our comfort zones. But thanks for joining me on this journey. I hope it was interesting. It was really fun to put together and kind of relive moments and scenarios. And yeah, the trip was beautiful. And the most important thing was I was with some pretty cool people. And I think camaraderie and community is what it's all about. Anyway, I've got a calorie deficit to make up with. So I'm gonna go out and eat like an entire bag of like chocolate covered pretzels or something. But I'll see you in the next video. Bye!